Hello my beautiful makeup lovers, thank you so much for tuning in with me today and a very warm welcome to my channel. Today I want to play around with Pat McGrath with you, and I bought recently a couple of items from Pat McGrath and I thought I'm going to play around with some of them here on my channel. So I'm going to show you first which items I picked up and give you a little bit of info on the things that I picked up, which are all eyeshadow palettes by the way, and then we're going to jump into a look using one of the palettes, and then in the end I'm going to wrap up my thoughts on Pat McGrath and the palettes that I picked up. It's not going to be very like in-depth review or something. It's just, you know, a little bit first impression after having it a couple of days. And yeah, so let's do this, I'd say. So just to get quickly into what I all purchased, I purchased for one of the big Mothership palettes, the Mothership V, which is the Bronze Seduction Palette, which looks like that. This retails for $125 on their website or for 115 euros. So it's quite a pricey one, no? We cannot deny that. Then I also picked up all of the free small palettes from the holiday release this year from the Opulence collection. So those are all free that they have for this collection, and all of them together retail also for 115 euros or 125 US dollars. You can also buy them singly, which will cost you 55 US dollars or 51 euros per palette. And the same price deal you get with this set that I also picked up, which are the, you know, accompanying mini Mothership palettes from Pat McGrath, and they have the same price deal like the Opulence set. So single one 55 US dollars, the whole set 125 US dollars. So those are also altogether quite pricey. But this is all I picked up. All of the small palettes, which I found interesting, are all made in the US, while the bigger ones, the Mothership big ones, are made in Italy. I found that a bit interesting, but nothing I'm concerned of. I just thought I'm going to share it. And yes, so before I'm going to ramble into more of this and give you already thoughts that I actually want to give in the end, I am gonna jump now with you into a look. I will use the Bronze Seduction Palette, so the only big Mothership palette that I picked up, and after that we're gonna jump into the, you know, first impression, not really, because I already used some of those, but first impression review on, not review, let's not call it review, that's not true, like first impression thoughts, let's call it like that. I rambled now even though I didn't want to, so let's jump into the look. Okay, so as the first color I'm gonna lay down this color here, which is called Extreme Aubergine, which is a really dark aubergine shade, as the color name already suggests. I'm gonna follow a little bit the advice of Melissa Gold. She did a review on the first three Mothership palettes, where she said the best way to make these palettes work is to lay down first like the dark shade in the outer part, and then, you know, put all these nice interesting topper shades down here like on top of it. So I am gonna try this and we will see where this gets me. Okay, so I just laid this down like it is. I didn't blend it out yet. I first want to go in with the next color, which is the color, how is it called? Entrapment. This one, which is kind of like a just normal brown, to be honest. And I'm going to put that there with a nice brush. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with a fluffy blending brush and just start blending out everything a little bit nicely together. Now that this is a bit blended out, I am gonna go in with this color here, which is the color Skin Show Divine Glow. this color. And for this I actually put some glitter glue down here all over my lid and also on top of the dark eyeshadow that I already put. And now I'm gonna put this shade on top of it. So as you could see, I actually lied. I didn't put it all over my lid, this shade. I put it just on the first part. And now I'm gonna go in with this color down here, which is the color VR Fire Opal. And this one I'm gonna put like on the center of the lid more now. And also remember, this part is prepared with a glitter glue, where I'm gonna put this color on now. Now I'm gonna go into the third dark matte, which is this one, which is the color, wow, how's it called? Disobedient, is this a word? I really hope so. And I am going to use it like up on the crease to darken up there a little bit everything. So I think I'm gonna leave the upper eye like this. I'm really nice. I think it's a nice technique to put the black down first, because then this shade here, this VR Fire Opal, gets really like popped out. Later when I'm done with the look, I'm going to show you a close-up and I hope you will see what I mean, but it's really nice. But first I'm going to do my lower lash line. I am going to go into this color here, the, how's it called again? Entrapment, and I'm going to do this all on the lower lash line. My God, what's wrong with me? And after this is done, I'm going to go back into the color Extreme Aubergine. I'm going to just put the outer part of the lower lash line with it to darken it up a little bit there. And now I'm going to go back in with this color up here that I already used in the inner part of my lid, which is the color Skin Show Divine Glow, and I'm going to put it as an inner corner highlight and also as a brow highlight. Okay, so this is all the eyeshadow that I wanted to put from the Bronze Seduction Palette from Pat McGrath, and I'm going to finish up the look now and then I'm going to be back with you. Okay, so this is the finished look that I came up with using the Bronze Seduction Palette from Pat McGrath. And let me zoom you in a little bit so you can see what's going on here. So now you can see the finished look close up. I hope you can see this kind of insane shift that the color has, that it's mainly put here. It has like this really, I don't know how to describe it, like green shift to it that I found really, really pretty, and I don't have anything like that. So that topper shade is awesome. This was the look I did playing around with Pat McGrath palettes, well, one of their palettes. And now we're gonna jump into my roundup of my first thoughts on Pat McGrath eyeshadow palettes. And yeah, so let's just do that. Okay, so let's first start with the Bronze Seduction, since I already used this. So it is true, like the technique to put down first a dark shade like this one and then apply like this kind of shades on top, like this special topper shades that I have down here, seems to be a really neat way to make those work, because they have this really nice reflect to them and everything. But if you just apply them like this, like let me show you maybe with another one that I used, if you just use them like this, they are actually having they have a really, really beautiful shift, but they have a sheer base, so they are meant to be on top of something else. I don't have any makeup wipes here. Why is that? So definitely those topper shades pop on top of a darker shade, or Maybe it doesn't have to be a super dark shade, but it definitely gives them more dimension. And the mattes in here, so I used like all the 3 mattes that you have in here. They are very pigmented, very smooth. I didn't have any problems blending them together, blending them out. I don't find they matte together or anything. I find them really nice. I really like those mattes. Nothing to complain there about this palette here so far, just from the application. And this one here, this Divine Glow Skin Show shade, I don't know, yeah, that one up here, that could be a little bit more intense, I feel. If you put it on a glitter glue, it comes together nicely, like it's what I have on my inner part of the lid. But I think it should be like, you really have to put it on a glitter glue, otherwise it will not show up like this, like it did in my look. So I don't know, I don't mind that, but something I noticed already. And yeah, so also these 2 I haven't used yet. Also the other shades here, I'm really wanting to dig into this red as well, but I really wanted to try first this whole doing a dark base, putting one of the topper shades on top of it, so that's what I did. But so far so good. I really like the mattes. I really like this topper shade here that I use. Absolutely beautiful. The shift is insane. I hope the camera did it justice and picked it up well. One little fact is that this doesn't really open, so I actually jumped in the middle to get another palette, because doing your makeup like this doesn't work. Like, who does that? And it's like, okay, you have all the time this on your nose, like, just, you know, I mean, this is a very high price, so I can complain on a high level, I feel. And also, I mean, I already knew that, but kind of, it's still a plastic packaging, you know, and they just put weight into it to make it feel more luxurious, but in the end it's just a plastic packaging. So I thought it's going to be maybe a little more, like, I thought the material might be a bit superior that they put it in, but it's not. But that's anyway complaining on a high level. But like I said, high price, high level complaining. So I'm liking this. I look forward to play more with it. I'll let you know how I like it finally. But so far, especially this topper shade, absolutely outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. I love it. So let's move on to the other 2 that I've already used. This is the, how it's called, Mothership Subversive Metamorphosis eyeshadow palette from their holiday collection. This is the pink one. Let's refer to it like that. And it does come out. So the small ones, in case you don't know, they open like this, like you have this kind of thing. Then you unfold them basically, and they have 6 shades in them. So those are all metallic finishes. And I used here, because this one is more like a matte with like glitter in it, and the others are all shimmer metallic finishes. And I used this only, like I used this one kind of as a winged liner in one look that I did, and I also drew in this shade here, which is the shade Copper, very easy. And so then I also used a little bit of this one just to, you know, mix it together with that one to bring out a bit more of a light look, if this makes sense. And I used this as an inner corner highlight. So from 6 shades, I used 4 of them. I liked the performance of all of them. I think they perform really nicely. But again, the best they perform on a glitter glue. Like I used them on a glitter glue. Those I used in a look that I actually wore all day long. So I can say they also lasted long. That was really nice. But I used the glitter glue. Like you really have to use the glitter glue here to make them pop. But when you do, you get a really nice dimension to them. It's just really pretty. And then you have here the palette, which is called the Mothership Subliminal Dark Star eyeshadow palette, which also opens like that. It also has 6 shades in it, and it looks like this. It's more of a cool toned one. And here I received this, so today's Wednesday, I received this on Monday, and I really wanted to use them because I was really excited, and I just took this one and made a look. Like I didn't even do my base or anything, I just made a look, and then I washed it off like half an hour later to go to bed. So it's not really like, I cannot tell you anything about long lastivity on this one yet, but I also used the glitter glue there, and that worked also really nicely. I obviously used the 2 mattes that you have in here, and then I went in with this super nice blue purple shift shade. It's absolutely stunning. And then I used also this shade up here to, you know, light up the look a little bit, and that was also really pretty. I really liked the look, how it turned out. This shade down here is absolutely nice. It's like a duochrome, but not like the topper shades that they have in the big palettes, like in the Bronze Seduction palette that we just saw. It's more of like an actual duochrome shade, if this makes sense. And I really liked that one. That was really pretty. I really liked how this performed so far. But I only used 4 of the 6 shades in here, so I don't know about this one and this one, how they're gonna look, but I will let you know for sure as well. And yeah, so that leaves me with yeah, how many palettes? Like 4 more palettes from Pat McGrath that I haven't tried yet. I'm just going to show you quickly how they look like. I'm really excited to dig into that one here, which is their last one of the holiday collection palettes, which I think it's going to be the, like, to be honest, the most stunning one, because I find this is the one you probably can do like very straightforward looks with, because the all metallic one, well, I barely do all metallic looks, and the other one is very dark, very smoky, but this one seems to be like the one, you know, the go-to if you want to do a bit easier look maybe. So I'm really excited to try this out. I think this will be broken out tomorrow for my day look. And then we have here the other 3. I don't know, I'm not gonna open them now. This is just gonna take ages, but I am also gonna try those. I'm really excited for it, since the 3 that I liked so far, I all like them. So far I haven't tried any shade in there that I think is bad or anything. There's just this one highlighter shade in the Bronze Seduction Palette that I find could be a bit better, like without a glitter glue, because I like to use this kind of shades also as brow bone highlights and inner corner highlights, and I don't really like putting glitter glue in my inner corner or in the brow bone. So I'm speaking about this shade up here. This one could be a bit more intense, but is really, like, you can build it up as well. It's just not this first impact wow thing. But I really liked it, and yes, so I'm happy I did this. Just also a little quick disclaimer. I know Pat McGrath is expensive, and I don't want to, like, I know, like, every video Pat McGrath has mentioned, there is like this thing of like, it's so expensive, it can never be as, like, the quality can never be as good as it is more expensive. And I know that, like, I think, like, if you buy this palette here, the Mothership palette, you can buy like 6 Juvia's Place palette, like the 9 pan ones from Juvia's Place for one of those. And I don't think that this will be 6 times better than Juvia's Place, but I'm just looking for a little bit of, you know, different things in my collection. I'm trying to find, you know, like with this topper shade, something new, and this definitely already offered this. And I think everybody has to make their own decision on whether they want to spend their money on this kind of things or not. Personally, I wanted to make the experience. I'm a makeup lover, so what can I say? I really wanted to do this. But if you are like saying like, no way I'm gonna spend this kind of money on an eyeshadow palette, I don't judge you either. I totally get it as well. You know, everybody has their, you know, own principles or priorities, and that's totally fine. So just quick thing in the end, so we avoid like very nasty discussions. And yeah, so please let me know definitely what you tried from Pat McGrath, actually, especially of the other big Mothership palettes. Like, I only have 1 and they have 4 more. And I would really like to know which one is your favorite, which one you would recommend, and what is the one you think is the most special to your collection, even though you might have a big one like me. And yeah, that would be so cool to know. I'm really excited about this. I totally look forward to the weekend where I have a bit of more time to play around with those palettes, and I will let you know how it goes. I will update you on all of this. I'll make maybe, you know, looks with the palettes on my channel. Let me also know what do you want to see. And now I rambled forever. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like this kind of videos. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. It would really mean a lot of me, so I can see you here in my next video. Bye bye!